Hello and welcome to another Filmfam review. Today we are reviewing To
To
Infinity
infinity
and
and
Beyond.
beyond.
Lightyear, the new release by Disney Pixar. We've just got back literally from the cinema this evening, just been up to watch it at the local Cineworld, and come to give you our review. First of all, before we start, I'd like to ask you, please like and subscribe.
Mm.
Like and subscribe
It's so
to us,
important.
please. So important to us as we try and grow our channel. We really thank you to the 100 people that have already done it, and hope that you are going to as well. I'm Greg, the bold one, and this is
Ollie the bearded
the
one.
bearded one, and we're in for our review of Lightyear. We're going to start off first with our non-spoiler section where we talk about the plot and the characters and what we saw and give our score. And then we're going to get into a bit of a spoiler breakdown. We have a little bit of a friendly discussion. Stick around for it. Enjoy it. Join in if you want to in the comments section. We're not really getting any comments, but that's what we really want. We want you to start engaging with
Any
us.
comment. It could be as silly as you want. You can mock us or anything. Preferably not.
Mock him.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
honestly, anything helps. Any feedback is welcome.
I'm very sensitive. Okay, so Lightyear, PG, made by Disney and Pixar. Story of the doll that goes into Toy Story.
Mm.
It states at the start that it's the film that Andy saw and he wanted to buy the figure, and it's basically a deep space fun adventure starring the real Buzz Lightyear person, and they get stranded on on a planet.
Mm.
They attempt to try and get out. Other characters come in.
Other obstacles are in his way.
Yeah,
Little...
a few little capers and a nice little ending, and a few little messages is put in there for people, and that's about it really. The animation. What do you think of the animation?
Was nothing groundbreaking, really, was it? It's kind of... You've seen it before, really, wasn't it? And then all the kind of shots and that.
I quite like the animation. I thought it was quite nice. I thought it was done quite well.
It was weird seeing Buzz more real.
More human.
It was
more
very
human.
weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's wasn't a lot in the way of monsters or anything.
No.
The robots and everything was all pretty generic.
Some vines and stuff on the planet, wasn't there? Wasn't anything
but
major.
It was good enough. It was good enough to watch. We could sit and watch it for however long it ran, without thinking, oh, we're just watching a cartoon. So that was good. Music. There was a nice little score in the background. It wasn't too overpowering.
No.
Was it overpowering?
No, definitely not. Just a perfect amount, really, wasn't it?
Real bits of the suspense and all that. The characters.
Chris Evans.
One of your favourites, Chris Evans, played Buzz Lightyear in this. He did a good voiceover. They were all pretty good voiceovers, really.
Yeah.
The cat was really great. We'll talk about the cat later on.
Yeah.
And it was your generic Pixar film. Only this time he didn't kill off the parents at the start like they do in most of the other Pixar movies.
But yeah, there was no heartbreak.
Okay, but but they still managed to get a death in there as well.
Of course.
Yeah. So that was the film. Our thoughts on it? Did you enjoy it?
Enjoyed it. It was watchable. You know, if you go into the cinema with your kids and stuff, I think it's a very good movie to watch for that.
Yes, good. It's a good family film, isn't it? It's a good family film. We enjoyed it. We actually enjoyed it. It wasn't
better
as
than we
bad.
thought it was going to be.
It was better than we thought it was going to be. There's some good messages in there. We've got a bit of Disney wokeness in there, sprinkled in for effect. You know, as they're putting into all their films at the moment. But overall, it was a good little romp. It was a good little twist in there at the end that I didn't see coming. I had a twist in mind, but it wasn't the one that came off. So that was me annoyed. But it wasn't bad, and I think it's a good solid 5. A good solid 5.
Yeah.
It was better than what the Jurassic Park film I watched last week.
Yeah,
by
100%.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, nothing more, nothing less.
No,
just there.
It's there, and you know, if you want to take your kids along to watch that, there's not much in there that will shock and awe you.
No,
it was all pretty.
But it's a good time at the cinema, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a nice little time. Cinema wasn't full, but it was good.
Hmm.
So that's it. 5 out of 10. Go and watch it. Take your kids to watch it. Take your parents to watch it. Yeah. It was supposed to be my Father's Day, but I ended up paying for it.
Yeah, we'll cut that.
But yeah, it was pretty good. So then, let's dive into our spoiler section. So in this section, we're going to talk about the movie itself, bits and bobs that happened in the story, have a bit of a laugh, bit of a chat about it, see what we think, and see if that really alters our opinions on what's going on and what we think. So, starts off with...
literally, nostalgia hitting straight away it was. So they started off with the monologue from the original Toy Story movie where Buzz gets out of his packaging, where he's talking to Star Command, he's no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Oh, it was proper good. I did enjoy that, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, it starts on them returning from a deep space mission, actually. It doesn't get to that bit until he gets to the planet. So they pick up a signal of life. He comes out of hypersleep, decides to leave the rest of the crew there while they go and investigate. He lands on the planet. Then Ollie has his nostalgia moment, which he's very proud of. Yeah.
That's just the first thing I thought
of. They begin to look around the planet, and as they're sort of exploring, we find that the planet's kind of alive with vines and bits and bobs. They've got a rookie with them.
God. Who's the worst rookie ever.
Yeah, worst rookie ever, but who doesn't seem to become any part of the
main story.
The main storyline. He seems to just
disappear,
be there and disappear, or whether he was in there. I really don't know. I didn't see him. So they realise that they're being captured by the planet. So they rush back to their ship. Buzz Lightyear reckons he's going to get them out of it.
He does it all. He thinks he can do it all by himself.
He can do it all by himself without anyone else.
He's Buzz Lightyear.
Fires up the jets and crashes the ship onto the planet, and then they're stranded. Their fuel source is burnt out. They can't get off the planet, so they're left there. So they begin to terraform it, basically.
Kind of use all resources.
And while they're doing this, then they start building a jet, and they start attempting to make the fuel from the local minerals to get themselves off the planet. And so they come together, they build, they get this experimental fuel together.
It was a nice product placement for a new spaceship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
for all the new toys.
You got some new toys going on there. They plug the fuel in. He goes up, and you said it's a bit like Tom Cruise top of the
Yeah, so it's literally like the initial run where he's testing out the Mach speeds, isn't he? And it's literally an identical scene. It's very weird, actually.
Yeah, he's going to go out, slingshot around a planet, and come back. And then once that fuel's tested, they're going to stick it in what they call the turnip, which was the big spaceship.
Big dome, yeah.
And they were going to fly off. So he goes out, he takes it, he flies off. We get this action scene, and the fuel fails. Okay, and he has to abort the flight, basically. And he pulls off some stunt to knock the ship back into position and get it back into
back onto the planet,
through the rings into the planet. So he gets it back, and he comes back, and things have changed, don't they?
Yes, things aren't what he was left before, was it?
In what way?
So weirdly, time for Buzz it was only minutes, but for people on the planet it was 4 years. So 4 years had actually passed since he first took flight.
Yeah, and his best mate Hawthorne, she's 4 years older. Everything's 4 years on. The terraforming is taking place. The base is establishing itself, and
life has just gone on without him. Really,
yeah,
isn't it?
And it comes to the realization that every time he tries this fly, he's
losing time.
He's not going to age, but the people are going to have a life running on the planet.
Yeah,
and because he's a space ranger, he's going to carry on doing it. He's willing to make that sacrifice. He's then given a robot cat called
good old Socks, yeah,
called Socks, who's a bit of a show stealer, really.
He was.
He was your gimmicky robot cat, and you said it was to do with his mental health, wasn't it?
Yeah, because obviously the adjustments for everything that he's come back to, his partner Hawthorne got it for him to kind of help him adjust, and if he needed anyone to talk to, really. But yeah.
But he's got far more skills than that as well, hasn't he? And
well, we find out there.
And as he goes out, he asks him to to work on the fuel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they get in the rocket again, and they have another test flight. He comes back, older again. His friend Hawthorne now has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pregnant then as well.
And that's another 4 years. She's pregnant. Then there's family. And he goes on and on and on until Hawthorne is dead.
It was quite an emotional scene, actually, that was, when he went back into the office and it was just there, wasn't it?
Yeah, in Bear, and Hawthorne has died, and all his friends have died, and he's still young, and things move on, and they've decided that they've been there for so long, they're now going to stay there. They don't want to go back to Earth. But Buzz feels like he needs to still complete the mission, doesn't he?
He doesn't want it to be in vain, does he, really?
No. So he goes back to his room, and the cat has solved the problem with the fuel.
After 60 years.
60 years, the cat has solved the problem with the fuel. So they have an answer, and they don't want the answer. They want to stay. So he gets into a chase and escapes. They create the fuel, which turns out to be a rainbow crystal.
Yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? Sorry.
Plugs it into the rocket, steals the rocket. They try and capture him, and off he flies, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah, and obviously this time it does work. It does work.
Yeah.
So he's all happy in that. He's like, "Oh yes, got to get back now, get everything sorted out." But when he comes back, it's not the same again when he's left it, is it?
No, we've got the giant spaceship above the planet. The space is now covered in a big dome.
The laser dome.
And robots are trying to break into it. And he lands his ship outside, doesn't he? He crash lands, doesn't he?
He does, yes.
And while he's crash landing and hiding, a robot comes and steals his ship with this transporter.
Yeah,
and he bumps into a human. And that human turns out to be his friend Hawthorne's daughter, doesn't it?
His granddaughter, yes, is he?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so he meets a new crew.
Yeah.
He thinks he's part of some super elite kind of team.
Yeah.
But he quickly finds out that's not the case, does he?
Yeah, they're a bit of a ragtag band.
Yeah.
So they then engage with the robots. And we find out on the spaceship the Zurg character is the main dude.
Yeah, good old Zurg.
Okay, he comes flying down, doesn't he? He comes flying down. And they want to go up and destroy the spaceship. They think the best way to do it is to destroy the spaceship, bring the shield down, get in the spaceship, the turnip, and all fly off home. So they go into this scene, which is like an alien scene, where all these bugs come out, don't they?
Yeah, they're all in the hive of them.
And they have to get back into Space Ranger outfits. So he has to get back into his toy outfit.
Of course he does.
And then go invisible and escape. They all escape, and they end up going up to the spaceship. They get shot down again, don't they?
Zurg actually comes down and shoots him, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Zurg comes down and shoots him, and then Zurg captures Buzz and takes him up to the spaceship.
And then this is where the first main spoiler bit comes in, really, doesn't it?
Well, it kind of shows us that Zurg kind of knows Buzz. So my first thought was, this is the rookie guy. He's
which would have made sense, I think.
Yeah, he's resented him. But it turns out that Zurg is actually Buzz from the future. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of an iffy one, really.
Yeah.
That's a very strange direction to kind of take it in, wasn't it?
Yeah. It didn't make sense with the fact that we were trying to blow everything up, I didn't think.
No.
And he tries to persuade Buzz to do what?
To give him his crystal so he could turn back time so none of that happened. They can go back to being space rangers.
That's right. Yeah, so they go back in time and then nothing happens. He can fly back to Earth and he can be a space ranger. But he comes to the decision that, these people have all had their lives and grandparents and stuff and all this kind of stuff. And he doesn't want them all to disappear. He thinks they all deserve the life they had. So he says no. So they have a little conflict, don't they?
Yeah, he gets his laser, doesn't he? He gets his laser thing.
Yeah, get the laser out. Okay, they all come up and work together.
Yeah. The team down below, they can't leave Buzz behind, so they make it their mission to go up there and save him. Yeah.
So they beam onto the ship, don't they? and explain the ending.
So, well, they defeat Zurg, don't they? They kind of because obviously they escape the ship with the crystal, but Zurg chases them down, blasts their ship. So the only way for Buzz to destroy Zurg is to destroy the crystal that they've been protecting the entire movie. But he makes that sacrifice, doesn't he? It was just he had to, really.
Yeah. I don't know. A bit of a weird ending to me.
It was a bit forced and a bit rushed, I think.
They seem to crash quite a lot. There seems to be a lot of spaceships crashing a lot all the time. There wasn't a lot of plot to the film, was there?
No, Buzz kind of had a very sudden change of heart, didn't he, really?
Yeah.
From being this kind of low space ranger to sort of all of a sudden caring about these characters. I think it's also worth noting that the Mo character played by Taika Waititi was a bit annoying.
Yeah, Taika Waititi seems to be in absolutely
movie.
anything Disney.
Any movie.
He'll be in Mickey Mouse's Funhouse next week, I expect, or something. He just seems to be everywhere in Disney at the moment. They seem to think he's the funniest thing on earth. But I think he's starting to grind on me a bit.
Yeah, he does the same thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But then, they get back. They meet the boss guy again. He comes to see him again, and he's like, I want you to put together the Space Ranger Corps again.
Yeah, you can pick from my finest soldiers, but he's like, I've already got my ragtag.
One of them, the next convict.
Yeah.
One of them who knows absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And
the granddaughter. He picks them as the Space Rangers, and then they decide that's what they're going to do. They're going to be the Space Rangers for that planet.
They get their upgraded suits, don't they, as well?
Yeah, and they decide the last thing you see is there's a mission on this planet. You need to go and explore it.
So is it setting up a sequel?
They get in. No, I don't think so. I don't think they do a sequel to this.
I hope not. You just never know with Disney, do you?
They get into the spaceship and they fly off into space, and that's it. The film ends. And a good time was had by all, I think. Really, we left with Brain at the door, just had a bit of fun. And
that's what it should be about, isn't it?
Yeah,
it should be.
Some movies should be about that. Yeah, some movies should be about that. Yeah, and there we have it. There was a little end credit scene, wasn't there? It was quite fun.
We thought, what's this gonna be? What's this gonna be? But it was just the laser dome working its magic.
Yeah, laser dome. Yeah, so it was a good movie. It was a good movie. That's basically the story of it. And
thought Chris Evans was good. You know,
he did Chris Evans was good.
He could touch anything, and I would just be like, "That's gold. That's gold." But he was very good. He was good. He held it up to justice. I think he did very well.
Okay.
I liked his inner monologues whilst he was doing during the movie.
the monologue stuff.
Yeah,
that was good.
It was cool.
It was all pretty good. It was all pretty good.
We're just hoping they don't do a Sheriff Woody one next. Praying.
I don't think they're going to do any more of that.
I don't know.
I think that was the best character out of the Toy Story to do that with.
Yeah, you have more.
I can't see like the Adventures of Slinky Dog.
What about Rex, the T-Rex?
Exactly. They already did that with Jurassic Park, didn't they?
Yeah, that's
Jurassic
true.
World.
Well, to be fair, Disney could probably do it better than the bloody Jurassic World Dominion.
I doubt it. Right. So there we go. That was the movie. In cinemas now. Take your kids, go watch it and enjoy it. Please like, subscribe. If you think this is good, tell us. If you think this is bad, tell us.
Give us some tips and pointers. We're literally open to anything.
Talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Let us know you're out there. Yeah. We can see the numbers, but we can't see the chats. So we're getting there. We're improving every time, we feel. And that one is in the bag. That's Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. Thanks very much for your time. Thanks for tuning into Filmfam. We've got some good ideas for new shows coming up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely stuff. We'll keep under our hats at the moment. Okay. But we've got some great ideas going forward. So and the channel's going to build and grow. And thank you very much for listening. Anything else you want to say?
No. Like I said, we just appreciate any kind of support. You know, it all matters to us. We take it all feedback. You know, we will take it all back on. But no, like I said, we're just enjoying what we're doing. Honestly, and I hope you can see from the videos we're making that you can see we're enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie's got an amazing Instagram.
Yeah.
The Instagram's going. He's typing away. It's nice to see him writing, and that's it. So, thank you very much for your time, and
we'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one.